Hello, so welcome back to our last session on music and characterisation. So this session's going to be slightly different. We're going to be looking at a video of Jonathan Groff on Hamilton when he's performing You'll Be Back. So he's King George. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be seeing how he characterises himself, how he uses his voice, his movement, his posture in order to convey to the audience who he is. So he only has a really short amount of time on the stage. But in that time, everything he does is so beautiful for his character that it really gets it across to the audience. So this is Jonathan Groff in Hamilton singing You'll Be Back. Let's watch.
You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay.
Okay, so that first verse, you can see how straight up he is. Obviously, he's got a lot of costume on, which is probably quite heavy. But even still, he's got his shoulders back and he's got his head right up. Now, in that first verse, he doesn't move his eyes very much. He's certain. Now, one of the things about his character is he's a little bit mad or goes mad. So that's kind of alluding to that idea. And let's see. So that's only in the first verse, and you can just see what he's thought about how to create that character. So.
You cry in your tea, which you...
So it's a nice bit of vocal painting there when he says cry and he does that twang in his voice, you cry. So it kind of makes that really kind of imitating the crying that's happening. So that's lovely as well.
You heard in the sea when you see me go by, why so sad?
Good, so he's in a bit of mockery there. So he's gone, why so sad? And he pulls that face. Now, normally that's quite obvious. That's quite an obvious thing to do. But you wouldn't normally do that in a theatre. That's too obvious. But obviously with this character, it's treading that line between. So that's brilliant. I mean, obviously you could do this completely differently and it would be amazing. It's just his way of doing it. And you can just see how much he's thought about what he's doing.
Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad.
So again, he's hardly moving his face and he's stayed exactly in the same position. And all he's doing is directing his eyes at different places. So powerful. Do you agree? I think it's really powerful. It's a really powerful stance.
Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You remember you belong to me. You'll be back.
So that spitting out of back. You'll be back. It's very hard. It's very boom. It's there. It's very interesting.
Time will tell. You remember that I served you well. Oceans.
So as well, when Lin-Manuel Miranda was writing this music, he put in these things in order for them to be exaggerated. So even with the S's, so the sibilants in there, it really just creates that whole character. So the music was written for him, the lyrics were written to him, it was cast for this character. It's just beautifully well put together. So this is what I mean when you have to think about every little element to create that real characterization.
Oceans rise, empires fall, leave the scenes of our retold, and then
push. Bit of an accent there. He's obviously got quite a strong accent going on throughout this, and then sometimes he kind of twangs it a little bit to really get those words out, really hit them.
I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love.
So you can see that as he's walking forwards, he is still. The only thing moving is from his waist downwards. All of this top part is completely solid. showing so much about his character just from his walk forwards.
You say our love is raining and you don't know. You breathe out complaining when I come.
Okay, so you can see throughout this whole video, he's either very expressive, he's either really singing the song and really going for it, or he's completely, he's got no expression in his face at all, and that's very, very clever in terms of creating that character. So obviously he's a bit mad, so he's going from one straight to another, straight back again. You're my friend, you're my enemy, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to give you a hug. It's very, very juxtaposing. So these are all things to think about. Nice bit of spit. So like there, he's shouting and he's spitting, and then he's going, well, you're my favourite subject. It's that change. You're like, where do I stand with this person? You don't know what's happening, you don't know where you are. So can you see how he just slightly moved his head and how much that did in that line? So he's going just slowly like this. It's beautiful.
Like before, I will fight the fight and win the war for your love.
So all through that, he was just staring at one place, really quite aggressively, and then for your love, and then he's into that. It's beautiful. As I say, just keep saying it's beautiful.
Remind you of my love.
Oh, slight movement. So as you can see, he's a professional, he's on Broadway, he's doing this for a living. But you can see every single movement he's doing, he's thought about it. He knows exactly what he's doing and he knows exactly what he wants the audience to feel like. So I'm sure you probably picked up on more things throughout that than I have. But it's these things that if you want, there are so many videos online of some amazing performers doing lots and lots of different things like this. And the best way to learn is just by watching them and trying to figure out what they're doing. Because obviously they've been doing this for a long time. Okay? So if you've enjoyed this, please go and watch loads of videos. Go and see what they're doing. Just watching everything that you can. Trying to figure out who their character is by what they're doing. And practicing it yourself. So when you get a song, if you want to sing a song, just really try and think about that character throughout. Okay? I hope you've had a really good time listening to my sessions, and I hope you know a bit more about acting through song and music and characterisation. Thank you. Bye.